What is good? It is DimerDF. I'm back with another video. This time I'm breaking down build specialization. I'm going to tell you what build specialization is best for your build, and I'm going to tell you how you can grind this out as quick as possible. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a long and tedious process, but if you follow these steps, I guarantee by the end of the video, you will be a specialization specialist. You'll have all the information at your fingertips to be able to get this done quickly and efficiently. So a lot of you guys are familiar with the offline game mode Street Kings. This is where you're going to be doing a lot of your grinding. So be ready to strap in and get comfortable with this game mode. These are just 3v3 game modes against AIs. Yes, they can be very boring, but they are very worth it. There's so much value that you can find within the Street Kings. So the best part about build specialization is the free cap breakers and the max +1 and 2 badge perks that you can earn. The best part about this is that you can choose any of the 5 categories ranging from finishing, playmaking, shooting, defense, and rebounding. What I would suggest doing when choosing your specialization is either choosing something that's going to take a really good category on your build and elevating it to the next level, making it go from good to elite, or choosing one of your kind of weaker to more average categories that's going to make it go from mid to good. If you have an all-around solid build, but you're pretty weak on perimeter defense, choose a defensive specialization and you could take a silver on-ball menace all the way up to Hall of Fame if you grind out this program. For me, I went with shooting because I want the shooting on my 6'8 demigod build to be completely overpowered. As you can see, I have 6 out of 9 of my specialization goals done. And if we go into specialization and scroll over, you can actually see I have 99 out of 100 required games where you have to make 5 jump shots and win the game. I'm going to complete that 100th game in this video for you guys now to explain how you can quickly and efficiently get jump shots off to go through these challenges. A lot of people did select shooting specialization, so I thought it would be best to dive into shooting and tell you guys how to get these cap breakers, how to get these +1s. Really quick, I'm going to cover the rewards for you guys so you know what shooting has to offer. These will be extremely similar to the rewards in other categories, except the cap breakers are going to be found on those specific categories. If I have a playmaking specialization, I'm going to end up earning 2 cap breakers that will go towards playmaking. If I have a rebounding one, they can only be put on rebounding. So make sure if you're earning your season and rep cap breakers, you're not putting those on shooting if you have a shooting specialization. I'm putting some of mine on shooting because I set up my build to get +4 3-pointer. I'm gonna get 2 from here. I got 1 from the season and 1 from repping up. So that's 4 total, and I'm using 2 from build specialization. These rewards right here, you're going to get jump shot boost, a player banner, a no look emote, which is the one that I still use just to flex the fact that I'm getting through the specialization pretty quick. You get a shooting medallion, which is just a chain, a shooting jersey, more jump shot boost, a shooting cap breaker, which right here on level 6, this is when the rewards start getting really good. Then we have what I'm working on right now, a max +1 and a unique shooting archetype name. This unique archetype name is just automatic. You can change your build name to automatic if you have the shooting specialization. If you choose one of the other 4, you will get another unique name that you can change your build to. At goal 8, we have a shooting cap breaker and a Larry Bird jersey. And on goal 9, we have a max +2 shooting badge and a shooting arm sleeve, meaning that if I finish goal 9 and I have a silver limitless range, I could put this badge on and have Hall of Fame limitless range on my build simply because I completed all 9 of these challenges. Like I said, it's super tedious, but it will be super worth it to get these done early in the year so you can dominate people for the rest of season 1. So I hope that you took what I said into consideration when choosing your specialization, but here we're going to go into Street Kings and show how you can grind your specialization. Now we're here in Street Kings. You can go to the Hardwood Hall, Jordan Jams, or this other one is, I think, Pivot Point. Yes. So I'm going to go to Pivot Point. I've already been to Hardwood Hall. You can only complete 1 run in the Hardwood Hall every week. It's where you kind of play a tournament. You'll get a lot of good games back to back and you'll have to sit through less cutscenes. So make sure first things first, you're completing the Hardwood Hall games, and then from here it's really just preference in my opinion. You can go play against other players that are shorter here on these boards. You look here on this board, there's some shorter players on here that I recommend doing if you're going to be getting rebounds or shooting over them. Make sure you're matched up against them so you can either shoot, get boards, play make, whatever it is. Just make sure you set up your lineup to where you're going to have the advantage and make these games as easy as possible. So like I said, I need 1 more game where I've made 5 jump shots. I'm going to show you guys how I've been getting wins and 5 jump shots in the same game. I'm going to enter into the game right now. We'll play against Tom. Tom seems like a chill dude. I've played him a few times on this run. I'll use the boss, Sovereign of Steel, and Bricklayer. He's like 7-1, he'll get all the rebounds. So I'm gonna go into the game. So now I'm in the game. You gotta load through this cutscene. You can go ahead and skip the first part, and then it's gonna give you an animation for the second part. It's gonna introduce Tom. This is one of the most tedious parts of the grind. It's really just sitting through these cutscenes. So here I am in this game. I messed up the first part of the recording, but the moral of the story here is that you're gonna let Tom, who just shot that ball, try to shoot. Tom is not gonna score very often. So you're gonna be able to shut these games down relatively quickly. I'm fading on all of my jump shots. Fades are super easy to hit in this game, and even the most casual players can knock these down. I have gold shifty shooter on, so it's super easy to hit them. Tom shoots and misses again, and like I said, this whole entire game I will just be fading. Even through a double team, you spam, call for it back, and you can shoot right over top of the defense. Now I bricked, but if you're focused and just sitting here casually running through these games, you're not going to have any problems. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, there's those two blue bars. They're actually lit up yellow right now, but if you can fill them both up, you're going to be able to shut it down. And shutting it down means that the game is over before you actually reach the target score of 21. I've already made over 5 jump shots in this gameplay. Now all I have to do is coast to the win. Once again, we bait Tom into the shot. I catch the ball. I'll show you guys the snatchback method. I showed you guys how to do the snatchback actually on TikTok. So if you want to know how to do that snatchback that I just did, go check out my TikTok. It's also on YouTube Shorts. But you'll get this animation at the end of the game. You see that I did shut it down, but I reached the target score of 21, so that doesn't really matter for the specific gameplay. But I got my 5 jump shots by snatching back, by fading. So you also get a little bit of VC. I got 397 VC for just playing this one game. So it's also a pretty decent way to grind out VC while also getting your specialization done. I definitely wouldn't rely on your main source of, 2K income, but we see here I got the quest completed, proven winner. Now I have a unique shooting name, which means I can change my name to automatic, and I unlocked a max +1 badge. Here we are, we have a max +1 on the shooting badges. It's showing all the available shooting badges. I can do shifty, I can do limitless, I can do deadeye. Now I'm already using a +1 on shifty. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on deadeye, even though it's equipped on my clutch gene. So I've put deadeye into this slot. Now I can go over here to clutch gene, and I'm going to change this to limitless. Now in clutch situations, end game situations, instead of having silver limitless, I'm going to have gold limitless. And now my deadeye badge is on gold instead of silver. So I'm going to go back into the specialization. I'm going to show you guys the challenges. Here we need 1,000 mid-ranges or 3-pointers. It cannot be and, it's not both. You want to shoot one or the other. I would suggest doing the 3-pointers because you're more likely to shoot 3-pointers than you are middies. So I'm going to have to get 1,000 and then 2,000. That's 3,000 total. How may I get 3,000 3-pointers? I'm going to play online with my friends and naturally progress in this pass. And when I want to grind it, this is where you're going to go to my career. You're going to set it to 10-minute quarters or 12-minute quarters if you prefer playing the extra long games. 10-minute quarters, rookie difficulty, you're going to cherry pick and you're going to catch and shoot. If you can't shoot over people in rookie difficulty, which, some people have smaller builds, I understand, then do that snatchback that I gave you guys a tutorial on already on my TikTok and YouTube Shorts. You can check that out on my page. But once you're done with that, you're going to be getting like 90 3-pointers a game if you're really efficient with it. I'd say most people will average about 70 to 80 3-pointers made per game. You look at that, you need 1,000, that's a lot, but if I play 10 my career games and get 70, I'm going to be over halfway to having goal 8 complete. For the win challenges and the teammate grade challenges, you want to get these both done in the offline Street Kings mode, but then for these big counting challenges, whether it's rebounds, whether it's shots well defended, these big giant counting goals, you want to do those in my career like I've said. I'm actually going to make a YouTube video pretty soon showing you guys the best way to get cap breakers in NBA 2K26. By the time I post that next video, I might have as many as 11 cap breakers. I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I got them and exactly how you can get them even as a casual player. So I want to be able to give you guys the information that I know. I'm going to be able to help you guys grind to compete and truly be a dog even when you do not have all the time in the world to get on this game. The overall idea of this video was to show you guys the easiest way to grind out build specialization, to tell you what you should maybe choose for your own build specialization, and to kind of fill in some of these gaps that really not a huge amount of content creators are really diving into right now. So I hope this video was informative, and I hope that you truly did take away some valuable information. If you did, I would greatly appreciate you subscribing. I'm going to have plenty more videos like this throughout 2K26. I'll be uploading at least once a week for the rest of the year. So if you guys want to see build videos, you want to see jump shots, you want to see animations, you want to see all of this information, make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on. I promise you guys I'm going to have so much more content just like this and even better as we go on. I really appreciate you all showing love lately. Make sure you like the video for me if you made it this far. Also, big shout out to the Packers. Got to document this now for when we win the Super Bowl. Can't let anybody think I'm a bandwagon. Calling it now. Packers winning the Super Bowl this year. Appreciate you all showing love. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.